afternoon, whatever it is where you are. It's nice to see you all. This is our pre-event call for PurpleStride Las Vegas. We've talked a couple times throughout the planning process. This is, of course, our final details call and our last chance to touch base on everything, make sure that we've captured input that's come in since our last call in January, go over what is hopefully very close to our final versions of the maps and the tent order and the timeline. We'll go over all that stuff in detail on the call, can still make small adjustments if we need to, but we should be getting pretty close to having it all locked down. So the agenda up on the screen is just our little roadmap for the call today. It should look pretty familiar to how we've done these calls before. Just everything's going to be a little bit more in depth on this one. And of course, we have our wonderful on-event staff here joining us. So I'm going to go into detail that will help them out there as our boots on the ground execute an amazing event in Las Vegas. So for starters, I will just pull my screen share down for a minute. We'll see each other's faces a little better, and let's just kick it off with a round of intros. My name's Erin Pajawski. I am the account manager for PurpleStride on the Event 360 side. I've been working on this project since we first partnered with PanCan 5 years ago. Very excited to go into year 5 here. I will be in the National Command Center again this year in Southern California. So if anyone needs to call command for anything, you may get me on the other end of that call. And if you don't get me, you may get the lovely and talented Hannah Orchard.
Thank you. What a great intro. Hi everyone. I'm Hannah. I am the volunteer communications coordinator with Event 360. This is only my second season of PurpleStride, but I'm excited. I'll be in the National Command Center in LA with Erin. So I'm the other end of the phone if you guys do call command. So I won't be in Las Vegas. I'll have to see it through pictures. But yeah, excited to see what you guys do this year. I'll pass it to Ashley.
Thanks, Hannah. And I'm Ashley Lopez, the event production coordinator, and this is my 3rd year with Vegas and very excited for our 2nd year back at Anthem Park and go over all the final pieces of that today. And we've got the lovely Tiff also back with us. And so I'll let Tiff introduce herself.
Thank you. Hello. Hey, Cheryl.
Hi, Tiffany.
So excited we meet again. This is my 3rd year. I think it's 3 years for Vegas. Yeah. So super excited to be back. I think I'm site manager. I think that's what it's called. I'm site manager. We work hand in hand. Super excited to be back at Anthem Hills again. This is our 2nd time that we'll come back to this park. I think we have ironed out some of the kinks from last year, and I'm super excited to see what we bring for this year too. So yeah, I'll be calling probably everyone on here if we need to, like just, let you know how Vegas is going. But happy to be back.
And Emily?
Hi, everybody. I'm Emily Bohannon. Sorry for the off camera. I'm sitting in my office with people coming in and out, so I'm listening. I will be the vendor manager on the Event 360 side. 3rd PanCan, first time in Las Vegas, although I am a Las Vegas local, so this is a lot better for me. So looking forward to meeting everybody in person.
I am deeply jealous of everybody who does not have to deal with TSA to get to the events this year. So lucky for you.
Local, but what part of town are you in? Are you by Anthem Hills or are you on the other end? Because last year our local person was way north Las Vegas. She lived so far.
Yeah, she was.
Oh, no, I'm in Henderson. I'm about 8 minutes from Anthem Hills. So this is
nice.
Nice. Well, lucky you. I think you'll be the closest.
Ariane, you want to kick us off for the PanCan side?
I'm Ariane Chappell. I'm the community relationship manager for Sacramento, San Francisco, Iowa, and Las Vegas. Yeah, that's me. I support Las Vegas and
That's you.
work with the lovely and talented Cheryl.
Want to say hi, Cheryl?
I was just gonna say, am I supposed to go next? Cheryl, so PurpleStride chair. This will be my 4th year. kind of third year is like fully in the chair role. First year I didn't join till like January, so I was kind of just helping and learning. But yep, as said, second year back at Anthem Hills, so hopefully it'll get better. Oh, and Tiffany, we got a dolly like you suggested last year, so I think hopefully that's gonna help us a lot.
Yes.
So yeah.
Awesome.
So hoping this year goes better, smoother with the vendors. We'll
Yes.
see. Fingers crossed.
And Erica? Oh, can't hear you. It's 100% team's fault, whatever is happening, I guarantee it.
That happens to my boss all the time. He has to like shut down and restart.
Yeah, do you want to drop off and try and rejoin, Erica? Maybe your Bluetooth wasn't quite connected. Yeah, why don't you drop off and join again? Elizabeth?
Sorry, I just joined. I was in a call. What did I miss?
We're just doing intros.
Okay, I'm Liz. I'm a patient services senior case manager. I will be, I believe, co-hosting with Erica. She just hopped off, but yeah. Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you all.
Great to see you. All right, I'm going to keep going and we'll let Erica say hello when she gets back on the call. But I want to be, oh, there she is. All right, can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. No wonder. I was saying hi earlier and I
Oh,
thought,
and we're just like
hear
ignoring
me?
you. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, sorry. So I'm Erica. I'm one of the case managers here at PanCan for about 4 years. Actually, no, 4 years. And I've been working different PurpleStrides. I did 2 years at Cincinnati, and then last year I was at Minneapolis. So looking forward to Vegas. And I'm gonna pass it to my other colleague, case manager.
Liz said hello while we were waiting for you to hop back on. So we're good to go
Okay.
now.
Oh, that was fast.
Yeah, thanks everybody. So great to have you all here. We should be able to get through our agenda in an hour or less today. As we've mentioned a few times, we are back at the same site as last year, so a lot should be familiar. A couple changes just infrastructure-wise that we'll go over as we get into the details of the tent order and a couple other things, but these are things that we have discussed with Cheryl and Ariane throughout the planning stages. So the rest of you who may be hearing some of these details for the first time, please jump in if you have questions or need clarification about anything. But I think it'll all become clear as we paint the full picture here. So first off, just checking in real quickly on our deliverables. Cheryl and Ariane, this is mostly for you. We have been updating the documents periodically throughout the planning process. The latest round that we did was uploaded to the shared resource site last Monday, the 23rd. Those versions reflect changes that came in anytime from our January call with you up until the change request deadline on March 16th. So hopefully we've captured everything. Definitely want to know if there's anything that slipped through that we missed. But we're reviewing everything on this call and everything will be polished up, finalized, created as close to perfect as we can before they go in the event book, which will be available on April 17th. That will be posted to the shared resource site. It'll be in the Las Vegas folder. There will also be a whole separate folder with all the event books in it. And for our PanCan friends, I do believe we post them to the CE drive also if you have access to that drive. But if not, Ariane can certainly help you find it on the shared resource site or get you the versions of the event book that you need. We'll also do one additional posting of just the vendor tracker. That'll be on Monday the 13th. We do that one extra one to come after the teams deadline, which is this Sunday, I believe. So once we get the final teams information, if there's anything we need to add in terms of a tent or signage or anything for any all-star teams that have qualified, that will be added to the vendor tracker. And then we'll do one last post of just that document on the 13th before everything goes into the event book. Any questions on those, the deliverables documents? just been crossing stuff off, and here we have Cheryl featured on our slide on this one as well. We bring this picture back every year. So going over some staff and volunteer roles and responsibilities. You've all done a PurpleStride event before, so hopefully this won't be anything new or terribly groundbreaking for you. Up on the screen right now, these three buckets sort of represent the event leadership. So our PanCan staff member, Erica, with Liz riding shotgun on that responsibility, are the face of the organization at the event, definitely helping with dealing with participants if they have questions or issues that they need to bring up, liaising with our staff and the volunteers, helping manage the supply and storage pickup. We'll get into detail about that in a few minutes. And taking care of any donations that may come in on event. So if anybody shows up with checks to turn in or big envelope of cash or something, legally our staff is not allowed to accept donations. So Erica and Elizabeth, that'll fall to you guys to take care of those and keep your hands on the money bag. Our E360 staff members, Tiff and Emily, are taking care of all the logistical pieces. So Ashley's been putting all these moving parts in place over the last several months, and Tiff and Emily will work with the venue, handle all the permits, work with our vendors that we've booked who are going to go build the site for us. They are the owners of the emergency response plan. We have a very detailed plan in place in case we do have to respond to an emergency. We always hope we never have to turn to that, but they will be ready to do that if we do. Helping with the signage implementation, and of course, taking our very important post-event inventory of signage and supplies. And finally, our PurpleStride chair, Cheryl, you are the glue bringing all of these pieces together and bringing the participants into the whole experience. So definitely showing lots of love to the top teams and fundraisers, sponsors who are going to be at the event, helping manage the other volunteer leads who are going to have specific roles throughout the event village, distributing signage and helping us know where everything's going to go on that, and just sort of keeping an eye on the overall flow and timeline of the events, working with the other staff to make sure everything is happening on schedule when we need it to be. There are, of course, some other key volunteer roles. These are other affiliate positions that may be filled by volunteers year round. You may be bringing some folks in to just fill a role for the event itself. Whatever the case is totally fine. One we'll check in on real quickly with you now is the course lead. I believe we talked about this in January, and you have somebody in mind for that.
Yeah, we just confirmed that the other day. Our friend Gabriel is volunteering this year, and we're going to put him in charge of that.
Love it. Let's go ahead and add Gabriel to our list here. So this is, did I spell that correctly?
Gabriel Sanchez.
Great. This will be our event day volunteer contacts that'll go into the event book. So if you happen to know Gabriel's phone number, or we can add it right now, Ariane, you also have access to this document. And so you can add details into here. Anything that's on here by the 9th, that's when we're going to pull information off to go into the event book. So feel free to get back in and update anything. Did you want to fill in or check in on any of these other ones? Some of these might be carryover from last year. I'm not sure if you've got new folks in these roles or anything you need to.
The event day volunteer chair is going to be Annika this year. It's Anneke.
Okay.
Annika Buck. It's Dinesha's daughter. She's taking over that this year.
Awesome.
And then Dinesha should still be on here as like the entertainment chair, or whatever we call it.
Event experience.
Yeah, event experience.
Would you spell her? I want to spell her name right.
It's DIANITIA.
There we go.
And also Buck.
Okay.
Danisha Buck. And then it looks like you have Danielle on there already as the team's chair, so that's it.
Great. And then I'm not sure if you've identified a registration lead or you have somebody this used to be t-shirt lead, and it's not really, without t-shirts, not that demanding anymore.
Registration donation is pretty minimal, but I would like to put one of the staff partners in that tent, because that's where we're going to send the t-shirt issues to the staff partner.
Okay, sounds good.
because on the last chair meeting, it said there was going to be some form or something that has to be filled out. So I'd rather have that handled by a PanCan person.
Yeah, and Erica and Liz, just so you know, and I only know this because Renee emailed about it today, that some of the staff trainings that are going to be happening within the next week or two will include troubleshooting t-shirt issues. Since we won't have on-event t-shirt distribution this year, everybody's kind of anticipating that there may be a few unhappy folks about that who say they didn't get their t-shirt or didn't know about it. So we'll have some talking points ready for you and a form that you can fill out if we need to submit like a reorder or anything like that. All right. And do you have a sense, Cheryl, of how you guys are doing with event day volunteer recruitment, like folks who are going to come out and help at the event itself?
On event day, we're still gathering. I know we have confirmed a few people for setup day.
Okay,
and
great.
Dinesha will be able to help at storage on Thursday, but we're not gonna be able to do, I can't leave work early that day this year, so we're not gonna be able to meet till like 6 or 6:30 to get stuff out of storage. Okay.
Sounds good. You've covered two of the three I was going to mention. The other one here just was Saturday teardown. If you have worked in shifts for volunteers to stick around and help on Saturday with getting everything taken down, that's great. It's always nice to have some extra hands. Our
we
wonderful
should have the hostess students coming back for teardown again this
Terrific.
year. She reached out, the contact, and she was supposed to be gathering the names. They don't usually register. She just sends us the list of names. We told her that if they don't register, they won't get a shirt this year. But I don't think they really care. But we should have those high school kids to help with teardown again this year. That's the only shift that we have is like a separate for volunteers.
Perfect job for high school kids. Our wonderful Tiff is going to be a little bit laid up while on event. She had surgery on her foot. And Cheryl, I think we've communicated some of this to you. So we are also bringing in some hired stagehands who are going to help with setup, tear down, and storage pickup if we need it. It sounds like because Dinesha will be there, as long as there's a volunteer there who can unlock the storage unit, sort of help point out what needs to come out. Chances are that between Tiff and Emily and Dinesha, they can handle.
Dinesha and I will both be there, and we both have a key. And I think Dinesha's probably going to bring Annika too. So I think we'll have plenty of people at storage. There's not a ton of stuff, and like I said, we got a dolly for the affiliate this year, so we'll have that to help us. I mean, it's a drive-up storage unit, but it'll still be helpful getting the stuff from the shelves over to the van and then just lifting them up. So I'm not concerned with storage. Pickup, it's always storage drop off that is the problem because everybody ditches, but whatever.
Well, that sounds good. I know that we were working today with our purchasing team on finalizing like the hours and the shifts for the stagehands who are being hired. So we can let them know that we won't actually need them for Thursday at all. And then possibly still get at least one on the shift for the storage drop off at the end of Saturday, just to make sure we have enough hands there for that.
That would probably be good because it's usually just like me and Tiffany and the other Event 360 person are usually the only ones left.
And everyone's tired. And let's get some fresh hands out there to help you with that.
Just to chime in real quick, if we do for the Saturday one, what time do you think after event ends, until what time would you think you need that person till?
It's all going to depend how long the tent people take. They take their sweet ass time. So I don't know. Don't know.
Okay, well,
we finally left at like 4 o'clock last year because we couldn't wait around anymore, and they still weren't done. So hopefully they'll be faster since we don't have all the tents, but I have no idea how long they're going to take.
Okay. So we'll do our best guess on, because we do have to just put in a shift time, and then communication can be had with the worker sort of like on the day and let them know like, hey, it's actually going to be another hour or whatever. The other thing too is that once everything's ready to go back to storage, if there's a couple people who are ready to go do that, they can do that as long as Tiff or Emily, one person stays at the site. If the tents are still coming down, that's really all we have to worry about. So between Tiff and Emily and Liz and Erica, hopefully we'll have enough people who can go take back to storage, but we'll sort of make an educated guess on what time that might be.
Yeah, I mean, right now, if I had to guess, I'd say it'll be any time between noon and 4. Like,
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to narrow it down more than that.
Okay, no problem. All right. We have been in the signage trenches for about a month getting orders done. And Ariane and Cheryl, I think you've been doing some ordering on your side as well. Cheryl, are you receiving the shipments?
We've gotten the signs that I ordered, and we got the H-frames, and we got the tribute wall and the photo frame.
Terrific.
The new photo thing. Then
okay,
I think that's everything right now. Those are the only emails I've gotten so far.
Yeah, that sounds pretty complete. So unless we have team banners to add after the team's deadline, you probably have everything you need. And sounds like you've opened everything and looked inside to make sure it was right. So that's great. You will just continue to get those emails because we kind of do orders on a rolling basis as these deadlines pass. Nothing should be coming your way after about mid-April, one way or the other. So at that point, you should have everything that you're going to need.
Okay.
Just taking a quick peek at your vendor tracker. So this is, of course, something that Emily and Tiff are going to manage. These are all logistics vendors that are lined up. I know we had some rough go with the tent vendor being very, very late last year. So we're going to stay on top of this in terms of communicating with them very clearly ahead of the event.
Tent vendor wasn't late. It was the stage vendor. The tent vendor was the one that argued with us about what they were supposed to be doing.
That's right. That's right. Hard to keep track of all the issues you had to deal with last year.
It was the stage that was super, super late.
Yeah.
Which screwed up where the tents went. So it was a whole, snowball effect.
I remember Tiff's calls on Saturday afternoon just being like, what are we doing still here? So this is the skinny on who we have been lining up and where we are with all those orders. This vendor tracker is formatted differently than it's been in the past years. So Tiff and Emily, this will look a little different to what the IRF used to look like in the event book. It's laid out in a much more intuitive way right now, where everything on here is kind of divided up by where it goes in the event village, as opposed to divided up by vendor. So got some general supplies at the beginning, and from there we kind of go into all the various areas of the event village. So, for the media tent, you can look at this and know exactly, we're going to have a couple of chairs, a table, a quick cover, everything right on down to table covers is listed on here. We do have sponsor information. Looks like right now we've just got AbbVie coming for you for the sponsors. That deadline has come and gone. So I think we've heard the last. I know some sponsors are being added late in a few places. So PanCan lets us know right away if there's any more sponsors coming. And then the All-Star teams, these are still placeholders carried over from last year. Just because that deadline, like I said, is still a few days away. So do you know if anyone's qualified for All-Star yet, or how many you might be expecting? No? Okay.
We have one team that is qualified for pro teams right now. So I was actually going to ask about that. Before we get to that, I was going to say, I think national sponsors, I think you said that information comes from PanCan. So I don't know, like Ariana, if someone is able to verify just what national sponsors are going to be showing up, because last year we had 2 that showed up and we were told we weren't going to have any, and I really, really, really want to avoid that this year. So can someone just like triple check that AbbVie is the only one we're going to have?
Yeah, I'll email
with whoever manages that.
Yeah, I'll email my person that manages that and remind them that happened last year and check with them.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, right now we have one pro team. The next team is still like 1,500 away.
Okay.
And I was actually going to ask, I know the deadline isn't until Sunday, but that particular team, they only have 6 members, and it's a team we have every year. The person used to volunteer with PanCan. They never even use the tent. They're never even in the tent. So if that ends up being our only pro team, can we change it from a 10 by 20 to a 10 by 10, or would it be too late to downsize the size of that tent?
No, I think
because if it's going to be sitting empty, I'd rather it be a 10 by 10 sitting empty than a 10 by 20.
That shouldn't be a problem. The only issue I can see with that is that your pro team's banner is a 20-foot banner. So either you'll have to wrap it or do some creative folding so it fits on the front of a 10-foot tent. I totally understand though, like having a 20-foot tent with 5 people in it is going to be a little lackluster. So just let us know, keep us posted on that. And there's still some tent orders aren't completely finalized yet because of this team's deadline. We still are going to get them one final list of exactly what we need. So if we have to make an adjustment to that size, we still have time to do that. Upsizing is sometimes an issue. Downsizing shouldn't be. So Ariane, could one of you or Cheryl, one of you just confirm after the team's deadline passes that it is just that one pro team? And if so, we will go ahead and aim for the smaller tent there. I think Cheryl froze. Teams, man, I'm telling you.
She just texted me that her Wi-Fi just went out.
Okay.
Oh,
wow.
no.
Actually, not Teams this time.
I was gonna say,
Aaron or Ashley, not sure if this is the call for this question or
yeah.
the stage team, are they coming from Phoenix?
No AV vendor this time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's something that I can bring up that Cheryl already knows about. So while she's getting back on, I'll just mention to everybody else. Yeah. So this year, PanCan downsized on some events that have like fewer than 700 participants have kind of, we've reduced the footprint of the event village for some of those events. Las Vegas is one of them. So they'll have a smaller stage, which is coming from the tent company. It's a single 4x8 platform. No truss, so there won't be a truss for the stage backdrop or the start finish line. So instead you will have a 10 by 10 tent that sits on 10-foot legs over the stage, and then a new stage backdrop banner that'll just hang on the inside of that tent, kind of overhanging the stage anyway. And then a couple other things that you'll see when we get to the site map, like that just some tents have been combined and downsized. So you'll see that when we get the full picture there. Liz, did you have a question?
Yeah, Erica asked in the chat, she wanted to clarify it for Thursday, if we won't be needed until 6 p.m. I think she wrote in the chat.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't notice that yet. Yeah, it sounds like Cheryl is going to be at work until about 6, so probably won't do the storage pickup until then so that she can be there for that. If you are lining up a rental vehicle, Erica, anyway, our strong recommendation is that you get a Chrysler or Dodge minivan. They have the stow and go seats that go all the way down into the floor of the vehicle. Don't let them give you a Toyota or a Kia. That won't help us. So a Chrysler or Dodge minivan. We definitely don't need a cargo van or a box truck or anything for this. We have no t-shirt boxes to move. So the amount that's going to be coming out of storage or that has been shipped to Cheryl is going to be way less than what we've had in past years. So between Tiff and Emily's van that they'll have and the vehicle that you rent, Erica, should be plenty of space to load in everything. All right, we got you back, Cheryl.
I just shared my screen too. Can you
Yeah,
see
I can
that,
see it.
Cheryl?
Yep.
Okay.
So it sounds like we already sort of coordinated on Thursday storage. Yeah. So we don't need to touch on that. So Ashley, you can take us right into the Friday discussion.
So Friday, we've got
Sorry, just a second.
Yeah.
Cheryl, are you back online? I want to make sure she's up and running before we move forward.
Cheryl, can you see any of us?
She's still connecting. Her icon's on there, but she's still muted. Oh, there she goes again. Ashley, why don't you bring up the site map? This is something that Cheryl's at least seen before. We can circle back around to it. But since the timeline is new for everybody, we'll come back to that. And this way, everybody else can see the site layout and some of these changes I'm describing about the downsizing.
Yes, yeah. Perfect. Okay. There she is.
I don't know. My work computer, the Wi-Fi keeps disconnecting, so now I'm trying my personal computer, but I know in the past that hasn't worked great either. So
We can see you for now. We'll keep our fingers crossed.
yeah.
Okay, we're just going into, we just went through Thursday storage pickup into the timeline now. So Friday we'll be on site at 9 a.m. And this is our updated, including our updated timeline for Saturday, which we'll get into, and the entire vendor order tracker that Erin just went through with us. That's when all of those items are delivered to site and you know it's being brought, that Tiff and Emily will be on top of that day and everything gets installed. So we'll go into the site map next as well, but also for day of, before they weight down the tents, you also can make any changes to placements and all that. But we'll go through the updates, the recent updates for the site map next. Then we have basically all of the tents and everything are up. So between 2 to 5 p.m., that's when all final touches to site happens. 5 p.m. We've also got the golf cart again coming, and then 5 p.m. overnight security arriving. Any questions for Friday? Same as last year, and then we just updated timeline for Saturday. So 6 a.m. Saturday, we've got our staff will be on site, pan on site, then final site preps with any tents, route markings, site open time 7 a.m. Our opening ceremony is 8 a.m. Walk start 9 a.m. and closing ceremony is 10 a.m. An event conclude by 10:30 a.m. and offsite by 4 p.m. And I also have noted here, which we touched on too, the students on site to help with anything. So you'll also get a copy of this and it's editable like last year. So you can also go in and change this based off the foundation if anything helpful, if you like spreadsheets and all that kind of stuff with this moving forward. Any questions for Saturday? Okay, all right. And then let me pull up the site map. So Cheryl, I know you sent the recent updates that we had made. So we just kind of shifted some things around. So we've got food and beverage totally cleared now, so people could line up. And Tiff, to point out too, that's an update. Like this year, we have the food and beverage underneath the picnic shelter here. And we've got the arch this year instead of the
Can we get an
truss.
update on the arch? I want to know how your planning is from Cheryl and Ariane. I want to hear if you've got.
We haven't done anything because we're still waiting to hear if we got final city approval. Like I'm not going to order anything and pay it if we don't have final approval. So at this point, I don't know if it'll be happening because it's taken.
Oh yeah, we haven't had. The site has not requested any. So also, what happened recently? That I sent an update is that our original site contact that we've had for the past 2 years, she got promoted and left like to a whole different department. So we haven't had a coordinator forever. And we just finally got assigned a new girl because we were asking about the advertising for you guys too. And I just got that update as well as they said to send through anything for their marketing team to approve, just a copy of anything. And that's all they require. And then they'll sign off and you can let them know where you want to post it around town. Because I let about the 2 weeks out for your event this year. So if you guys do have a copy of that flyer too, that's all that we need now that we have this new contact. She said she just approves it and that's will be signed off with that. But with the arch.
Ariane, can you send that? Because I don't have that. It's whatever one you had printed off that you sent to Dinesha. She said it was like the professional one.
Yeah, just forward a copy to volunteers and I'll send that to her right away, and then I'll give you guys the go ahead to post it. Hannah, did you send the little blurb that she also sent about like logos? Right? Yeah, I don't think you guys are using it. They just said if you use a City of Henderson logo on it, which I told them you probably didn't in the first place. So it's irrelevant. But
Yeah,
need
so
approval.
I can resend Cheryl and Aria, and I can resend you guys that email just concerning the park flyers if you want, just to get it at the top of your inbox. I can also resend your guys's go ahead for the like arch and everything, if you
Yeah,
want
because the last thing
that
I
as
got
well.
on that said we still need final city approval. I haven't gotten anything saying that we got final city approval. So
Yeah, we didn't end up getting any sort of pushback from city
Yeah,
or park
and-
permitting. Yeah.
And
So
sorry,
it's under the building guidelines, you know, so. And the one thing that was pressing was the food truck, which you guys were on top of, and we got in as well. So, and police permitting application, so we're all good.
yeah, and
And they know
I
when-
just want, yeah,
Sorry.
sorry, I just wanted to go back to the start finish. I think I'm looking back at your guys's the email from the 10th, I think. Yeah, honestly, it could have been like confusion on getting final confirmation after you guys were to build it. You guys got the go ahead from PanCan to build that truss, or sorry, to the arches. And that confirmation from the city isn't like in order for you guys to start, you need that. It's more we were saying we don't anticipate anything needing extra
If it's over
permitting.
the
So
height, yeah, and it's not. So you guys are totally within the guidelines to go forward. That we have it on your vendor tracker, like noted everywhere too already. So
but I'll resend that over just so you guys have it.
and we've got the food truck as well. And the only other thing,
so just to clarify, it's a coffee truck.
Yeah.
It's not a food truck.
sorry, no, that's what they they only have like the city of Henderson has one classification, you know, they coffee cut. So that's just, sorry, my food truck permitting lingo. But I can I have coffee truck, look, I have it correctly written on the map there. So there we go.
'Cause they don't require all the paperwork for the coffee truck as they do if it was an actual food truck with a kitchen. So I'm
Yeah.
surprised that they don't have another category, but
Yeah.
fine. Just wanted to make sure everyone knows it's a coffee truck.
Oh, no, don't worry, you're on top of it, we're all good. They're totally approved and, yes, and then the other thing I was saying is that's not on here, was approved for the 2 week out mark is that tent or the media tent. So I have that also noted, weather contingency for that extra 10 by 10 that we'll have for the DJ
Okay,
that
great.
we had in the past. So that's on the radar too. Also, that would be added, as well as Aaron had touched on. The map that we're looking at right now, this is the approved sponsor, AbbVie. And also, Cheryl, I did just, when you brought up AbbVie before, which was a great point on the late 10 ad, I went back and checked. It was AbbVie that was added late. So that was also on my radar. So that came through early this year, at least. So unless Arian flags any other late ones, I think it should have been AbbVie that was the only late national last year. In my notes
last year.
here.
Okay.
Yeah, last
Yeah,
year.
we
Yeah.
had
So
what's the other one? The one that I think it starts in the I. They showed up too and
Oh,
expected
Ibsen.
to.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes,
Ibsen.
both of
Yeah.
them showed up.
Yeah. So just let us know on that too, also. And then we'll get those team updates. And this is last year we had the 2 all-stars. So if there's any additions or removals needed, we'll make those changes to the next round of the map when they come in next week. Any questions or updates wanted with the sitemap?
Let's look at the route.
No, I think
right.
just depending on like what happens with our teams, we might move the Abbey tent to the other side.
That's totally fine.
Totally fine. Yep.
Yeah, totally fine. And then also, we don't even really need a whole big parking map for this year because, like I mentioned, we have the whole TIF. You might not know this. We don't, not renting out this parking lot this year, not a requirement because we bought out the fields. So it was actually cheaper to buy out the fields than the parking lot, I found out. So I saved us some traffic and we have the whole parking lot and park, games going on. So we won't have to worry about that this year at all. Yeah. And
I
you
was
don't have
thinking
to worry
about those games.
Yeah,
Sounds like
yeah. No, that was my number one thing. I was like, let me see how we could. I feel
Nice.
bad. I don't want to cancel their soccer games, but if we could just for a couple hours of our event, it would, for the day, the morning, and they were happy to, so it worked fine. But again, since it is still technically a public park, we haven't bought out the entire park, because that's not in the budget, but we'll have the cones and the signage all in place. So you were approved for you to mark off exactly, our VIP parking and everything for vendors, coffee truck, anything that we need there. So we've got those coming too, and signage. And I ordered us the extra H frames that we were low on because the wind last year. And I also got extra sandbags this year that were on notes from last year as well. So. And then route is.
Yeah, I don't, Tiffany, maybe you remember, but I don't even remember them leaving us sandbags last year. I know it was on our IRF, but I don't remember them leaving any.
Yeah.
That's why I made note and ordered more this year for this because I
Okay.
saw that last year. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause we were looking for some
You'll
Yeah,
see it
'cause
on
we'll,
the IRF. It says for wind.
perfect.
yeah,
Like,
Oh,
'cause
there we
we'll
go.
need
please,
I mean,
please bring please.
we'll
So,
need them for the start, for the arch for sure. So hopefully they bring them.
okay. Yeah, no, they're definitely, I added, I think at least like 6 additional than what was on the order from last year. I just don't have
Okay,
it
cool.
a second, but I made sure that that's on there. And then C again too. So like even on your site map here, I've got arch. So for your arch, so you're all approved to do that. And same for route, same as last year. Any input or anything with the route? This is not new to anyone really on the call.
No, our only issues with the route last year were the person that was supposed to put out the signage and he messed up. So we're having someone else do it. So hopefully it will be better.
Perfect. All right. Well, that was all that I had. Oh, and then also, I'm not sure if we mentioned it earlier, but I know since the last call, just to let you know, we have the podium coming for you too. And then the generator is coming with the tent vendor also, and we're taking care of that COI. So you don't need to worry about that either.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so that's all done too.
Thanks.
So just get us that poster and then I'll get that approved. You guys should be, hopefully I don't know why they'd say no, so.
I think
post that
Ariane sent
before.
it while we were talking.
Oh, perfect. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Erin. I'll get that over to them today.
All right. Ariane, Cheryl, Liz, Erica, questions? What's scratching your brains?
I don't think so. We went over everything that I had, so.
Okay. Well, if anything else, first, one other quick question. Thinking ahead a little bit to 2027. I know it's an absurd thing to say to you right now. Are you thinking you're liking Anthem Hills, going to want to stay there? Should we anticipate having to do any scouting for any reason here, or we're good to get our application in for Anthem when we
Anthem
can?
Hills. It's a good spot.
I think it's been good. Good.
Unless it's booked or whatever, I think we'd like to stay there.
Okay, great. We will move forward with booking that up as soon as we are able to then.
Okay.
Definitely.
So April 17th, event book day to keep in mind. Let us know if anything comes up before that. email address you have for us. Just feel free to reach out with any questions, concerns, issues, updates, anything you need to share with us. I feel like we're pretty good. Like we're pretty close to totally plugged in here. So hopefully won't be anything exciting or anything coming our way. We will confirm and work with Tiff on the timing for the stagehands who are going to come help, but it's great to know that you won't need them on Thursday for storage pickup. Sounds like we maybe won't need them for event cleanup if you're going to have your high school group there to help with that, but we'll talk about that offline a little bit. But yeah, if there's anything else that comes to mind, please don't hesitate to reach out. Hannah and I are still in that volunteers inbox every day, right up until the event, and probably while we're on the event too. You can email Sarah anytime. We are 24 days out. Looking forward to seeing lots of fun pictures and hearing nothing but glowing stories and reviews, and no vendor issues for you this year. I'm sending all the good vibes your way for that. Emily and Tiff, stick around for a minute if you don't mind. Everybody else, so nice to see you. Nice to meet you, Liz. Nice to see you again, Erica. And yeah, looking forward to a great event out in Vegas. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye,
All
everyone.
right,
All right,
thank you.
take care all.
Talk to you soon. Oh, goodness.